Hello, Indian Weekend viewers. Last Friday, we saw a terrible knife attack on seven innocent shoppers in a West Auckland mall. The attacker, who was well known to New Zealand police, was under 24/7 surveillance and was shot dead by policemen no more than 90 seconds after he began his stabbing spree on shoppers in the supermarket's aisles. One of the witnesses to this terrifying event, as it unfolded in front of his eyes, was Amit Nand, was just meters away from the assailant before he was shot dead. He tried to engage with the stabber and saw him fall down to his death when shot by the police. Amit promptly rushed to the rescue of the injured as they lay on the floor. Join me in a conversation with Amit. Good afternoon, Amit, and thank you for making the time to speak to Indian Weekender viewers. I'm sure you had a pretty busy weekend with, talking to all the media about what happened last Friday. Can you tell us, recount exactly what happened and, how the whole thing unfolded in those 90 seconds and then thereafter?
So on Friday, I was just my normal shopping. I went to Countdown just to do shopping. I started my shopping from the front of the Countdown, walk my way right at the back with a meat section, and I was just doing my meat shopping, and I just had a lot of loud voices coming, and it was just getting louder and louder. People were screaming, and I was just looking around what's happening, and then a lot of people were running to me saying, "Run, run!" People are getting stabbed, and then I could hear like Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. So I thought to myself, I'll just walk out. Everyone's running, so I was just walking, and then the last aisle I saw a lady on the floor bleeding. And she was like, "Help me, help me!" And then I go to myself, I got to do something. And then I went, and then I looked in front of it, and there was the terrace. He had his knife on him, and he was just trying to stab people, swinging his knife. And then there was a couple of guys beside me. There was a guy with a pole, and I go to him, we got to do something, try to get the knife off him or knock him out. And he's like, and he didn't say anything. And I was just walking. At the moment, the terrace was about 20 meters away from me. So I was walking towards him, and I told the guy, "Look, hit him, you hit him and I'll tackle him." And then he goes, "Oh, no, you take the pole." So he gave me the pole. Then I went up to the terrace. This time I was like a meter away from him, and I was just trying to hit him with the pole. And then he tried to stab me. And then when he tried to stab me, I was trying to hit the knife, try to drop it. And this time we had him cornered. And there was 3 other guys there, and there was another white guy, and we were shouting at him, drop the knife, and we keep on yelling at him. And he just said, Allah, Allah. And then I knew that, we had to do something, like hit him or knock him out. And then he went past me, and then I was the backer. I was trying to hit him, and then just had an undercover cop shouting at me, get back, I've got a gun, I'm going to shoot him. So I stepped a meter back, and then he shot him like 5-6 times and killed him. And then after that, I tried to help. There was 2 other ladies beside me. They were stabbed on the floor. One of them had the trolley underneath. She was like hiding and protecting herself. So me and the other guy lifted the trolley from her, and we're just trying to help her. And they were all bleeding. They all had stab wounds on their neck, arms, stomach. And then I went and got a blanket, got some nappies just to put on the wound. We were just telling them, hold the wound so you don't bleed out. Mm-hmm. And then I went to help the lady that I saw first. She was in the second last aisle. And she had a stab wound to her hand, stomach. And she's like, help me, have you rang the ambulance? I'm like, yep, I have rang the ambulance. Just stay with us, they're coming. So I gave her a blanket and gave her a nappy, and we're just holding her hand and make sure she doesn't bleed.
I mean, just going back to that scene of where this whole thing unfolded, can you just describe how it was? Where were you? Where was the stabber? And where was the policeman? And from where did the policeman, shoot him? Was it from the front? And Were you at that time? What is going through your mind that time? Because you were so close to this action. So
Um,
describe the ale, the setting of the ale, how it was.
like I said, I was at the back of the aisle,
Hmm.
and the stabbing was happening maybe 2 hours past me.
Hmm.
I had to walk, and when I saw the lady, that time it was like say 20 meters away from the stabber. But then I decided to do something about it.
Hmm.
So I walked to the stabber,
Hmm.
and so at the moment the stabber is in the front of me.
Hmm.
I'm facing him, and like I said, the other guy gave me the pole, so I got the pole and I was hitting him with the pole
Hmm.
and tried to get the knife off him. And then the cop came in front of me,
Right.
so I had to turn at the back. And then what happened with the attacker came in front of me.
Hmm.
I went at the back of him.
Hmm.
So my goal was to try to hit him on his head or
Right.
try to take the knife off him.
Right. And what was going through your head at that, in your mind at that?
Oh, I just like, yeah, just trying to protect myself. Like I said, he tried to stab me too with a knife. So I said to myself, as long as I hit him with the paw when he tried to stab me with the knife, he's not going to try to, he won't try to get me, And
What
that's what I was doing.
was it a metal pole or what was it?
Um, it's like this pole you get. It's by the bank when you go. It's like, it's always when you like make a line and there's poles beside it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where you got it from, but like, I needed something to defend myself.
That's right. Because you wouldn't expect to find that sort of a pole inside a supermarket. So,
Yeah, I think you got it from the back of the aisle.
okay.
I think when sometimes when like stuff spews, like if someone like drops something, then you put a sign there, and I think
Yeah.
that's where you put the pole.
Oh, that sort of pole. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the attacker had a very big knife too.
How big was it?
It was a big, say, kitchen knife.
Hmm.
It's quite big.
And
Yeah, about 30 centimeters, I'll say.
what were his movements like? He was just swishing it around or trying to find people.
Yeah, he was just trying to stab as many people as possible. He
Hmm.
was just waving around anywhere to hit anyone.
Hmm.
Um, as long as you're close to him, he will try to stab you. If not, then he will walk to you
And the policeman shot him from the front or from his front?
from the front. The
From.
policeman came from the front because he came to the front door,
Hmm.
and then I stepped at the back of him because I didn't want to get shot,
Hmm.
and then he just shot him.
And you saw him fall on his.
Yeah, I saw him fall on the thing, and then after watching all the victims, the undercover cop told me to go and stand by the body and to make sure it doesn't move just in case.
Hmm.
So I was just standing there for like a couple of minutes till the police came, and then about 10 police came with guns blazing, and all I was telling them was, "Where's the ambulance?" Because it was over 10 minutes and the ambulance hasn't shown up, and people were bleeding out. And my focus was to the 7 victims that got stabbed.
So you might have had a few seconds to eyeball him. Did you see him? What did he look?
Yeah, I saw him. I was talking to him for like say 10 seconds
Hmm.
because I was telling him to drop the knife.
Hmm.
Like we were all yelling at him, we're like, fucking drop the knife. We were swearing at him, and we just like, drop the knife for like 10 seconds. And he was looking at us, and he's like, no, Allah, Allah. And then he tried to stab us. And then I knew, like, no, he's not going to drop the knife. We have to hit him,
Hmm.
get the knife off him.
And then you helped those victims, one or two. How many victims did you help?
Yeah, so I have 3 victims.
Hmm.
The 3 victims, they were by the deli, by the milk section. Like I said, all 3 were women. Yeah, I was just talking to them, asking them if they need anything. And then, like I said, we went and got the nappies for them and blankets, just keep them warm. And we're just talking to them, the ambulance is coming, just stay strong, open your eyes.
So are you trained in any first aid regime or?
Yeah, I used to have a first aid certificate, but it has expired. But yeah, I've done a few first aid courses.
So that was.
Our goal was to just stop the bleeding, and there were a few other people there they were helping, and yeah.
So what was your overall experience after this?
Very surreal, very. I don't say it's scary moment because I'm not. I don't get scared really fast. But yeah, it was mind-opening experience. I just watching people running, screaming,
Yeah.
people getting.
At the moment when you saw him coming towards you with a knife, what was going through your mind? Were you scared? Were you thinking of your own?
No, I wasn't scared. I was like, if he's gonna stab me, the only way he's gonna stab me is if he hits me with the knife. But if I use the pole and as soon as he tries to stab me, use the pole to hit him with the. As soon as he tries to hit me with the knife, just use the pole, and then he was just stabbing the pole.
So did you think the pole really helped in sort of checking his steps coming towards you? Did he see the pole and sort of hesitate or anything like that?
Yeah, he saw the pole. He was getting angry. You can tell. He was getting louder with his voice. Mm-hmm. Allah, Allah. When we were hitting with the pole, and we were just yelling at him, drop the knife, drop the knife. Mm-hmm. And I was when he was stabbing with the knife, I was hitting the pole, and then I was hitting the pole in his face. So he was getting angry. Like you can hear, he was getting wind up. But our goal was to keep him away from people. So just him to try to stab us. So then people are running away. That's what I was trying to do.
The police didn't give him a chance to, or rather, did the police tell him to drop the knife? Give him any
no
for the shot?
I didn't hear police saying anything. All I hear was the police telling me to step back. He's gonna shoot him. And as soon as I stepped back, the police just fired. So I never heard him saying drop the knife or anything. And I was right at the back of the terrace.
Mm-hmm. So you got a family, Amit?
Yeah, I got a family and I've got 3 kids. So, yeah.
So did they ask you about what happened and how were you able to tell them? They must be very little kids.
Yeah, my kids were saying, why did he go in there, Dad? He should have just come home, Think about us. And I'm like, look, sometimes you got to help people, And if someone asks for help, your dad will always try to help. But I did tell my kids, if you ever get in this situation, get out,
Yeah, absolutely. Were they with you or were they in the car or anything like that?
No, lucky they were not with me. They were with my ex. So, yeah, quite very lucky that they were not there.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So what's your message for people who are in situations like this? If they find themselves in situations like this in the future?
Look, maybe it's better to just run away, because you don't know what can happen, Because when I saw the guy's eyes, I knew he was pure evil, and all he wanted to do was hurt people and kill people. Mm-hmm. A lot of people did the right thing, run away, Like I said, my nature is to help people, and if someone asks for help, I will do my best to help them.
Mm-hmm. I remember you said that also in other interviews that you saw evil in his eyes. What exactly do you mean by that? What did you see?
Like his eyes were open and like when he looks at you, like he looks like you can see through him, like he's got nothing. Like when he's talked to him and he's yell at him, nothing. He's just swinging the knife. He just wants to kill you, in my opinion, or hit you. Like normal people would react and like stop or anything, but he wasn't. He had one thing, to stab people and kill.
What do you think should happen for people like this who the police know and they're kind of moving freely about everywhere, although they have a police force surveilling them. Some 30 people were supposed to be surveilling them. And he was there in the supermarket, and he did what he did.
Yeah, I think it's waste of police money when you know he's a terrorist. When you know he's gone to prison, he's beaten up prison officers there. Mm-hmm. So what do you reckon is going to happen? Mm-hmm. My opinion is that the New Zealand government have failed the 7 people. He should have never been allowed to go any supermarket. So that's my opinion of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and talking to us and giving us a first-hand account of what happened that terrible Friday. Amit, and all the best and take care.
No worries. I just want to say I'm praying for the victims, and I hope they all make it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
We also are praying for them. And once again, our appreciation for your bravery, and you've done a remarkable job. It's fantastic. Thank you, Amit.
Thank you. No worries. Thank you. Bye.